Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host, Mikey. Today we're going to do an incredibly, almost ridiculous blanket. It is so fast, it's not even funny. And one of the reasons why I chose this particular stitch combination is that because we're using Bernat Swivel yarn, Bernat Blanket Swivel, see this highlights of color like so? I wanted to really make that fly, but I know from my own experience to make this yarn go further, the more chain work, the bigger it gets without having to be so dense, not like your hose. Dense. So what I have here is that it's 4 balls of Beach Walk is the color, called Bernat Blanket Swivel, and it does a really nice blanket, 40 inches wide, which is the palliative kind of size, or just a quick little throw, and it's 55 inches long. And I just let the 4 balls just fly its way through. It is a 1-row repeat, probably not even worth this tutorial time today, but it's a really quick, easy pattern to be able to follow. And I also have a quick little diagram if you would like to be able to download that as well. See the video description, you will see a pattern link and you'll be able to get all of this stuff. We're gonna begin today, including changing the sizing. Maybe if you don't wanna use Bernat Blanket, you can use a different yarn. Just change the hook and the yarn. As long as they complement each other, you're good to go. Let's begin. For the Bernat Blanket size, you can just chain 122, but here is the stitch multiple. If you'd like to make this a different size, you can just chain in sets of 3. So and we'll do that. So 1, 2, 3. Are you happy with the width of your blanket? Yes or no? If not, continue again. So 1, 2, 3. Happy? Yes or no? 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So the chain condenses about 20%. So if it's 100 chains, it actually condenses down to the approximately 80 chains once it comes on the first row. So keep that in mind. Once you're happy with the length of your chain, just add 2 more. So it's multiples of 3 plus 2 will give you the balance to be able to do this project. Let's begin the first row. We're going to begin our first row and we're going to go second chain from the hook. I recommend getting the back hump of the chain. It looks nicer in my opinion. And you're just going to single crochet in the back hump of the chain. You're then going to chain 2, skip 2 chains. So skip 1 and 2, continue on the back hump, go to the 3rd and single crochet. So with this type of yarn versus Bernat Blanket, you're going to see the holes more, but the other yarn, you don't see it as much, but you do see it if it's pulled apart, like stretched. So chain 2, skip 2, 1, 2, go to the 3rd. And you're going to do that all the way across on your first row. Chain 2, skip 2, and go to the 3rd. So chain 2, skip 2, and go to the 3rd, and that'll take you right to the last stitch. So either chain your 122 or the multiple, it will work out either way. You're going to turn your work and begin row number 2. Row number 2 is the repeat for the remaining of this pattern. That's how ridiculously easy this is. So you're just going to chain up 1 and you're going to apply a single crochet in the single crochet. Then chain 2. Skip the chain work completely and just focus in the single crochet. So put in a single into the single. Chain 2, skip the chain space, go right into the single. Chain 2, skip the chain space, go right into the single. And you're going to do this all the way to the end. So chain 2, skip 2, and go into your last stitch once you hit the end. That's all this pattern is. And turn your work. So the stitch work is going to maintain the spacing going up in a vertical direction as well as horizontal. Let's begin row number 3 and finish. So if any more rows, just chain up 1 and single into the single, and then make sure you chain 2 to jump it over the space and go right into the single. So that's all this pattern is, and I just ripped through 4 balls really quite quickly. Took me 3 evenings just to pound that out. You know, just easy peasy. This is a great TV project, and it's the grill stitch because it looks like a vent grill or something like that. That's at least my thought. And you can finish on any row that you would like to, but in the Bernat Blanket, this type of stitch with that type of yarn does a really remarkable job. That's it for today. We hope you've enjoyed.